good folks. That's Winston the Wonder Beagle turning around in circles, ready for his close-up. And this is Auburn Wonder. So tonight, what I'd like to do is drag my Nightblade through normal Maelstrom. She's my main character, but I just recently put a magblade build on her. She's always been a stamblade, and I want to see how she does with that. But before here in chat, hopefully people will see it when they arrive. And there we go. I think I got that done. Excellent. Sticker book. In the game, you aren't going to find squat because that's not what the game calls it. In the game, you find your sticker book under collections and then set items. And under here, you'll find all these categories, and when you go into these categories, you'll see all the different armor that you can get from those places, and it will tell you whether or not you have collected them. Let me go to one where I haven't collected it all so you can see the difference. So let's say Dragon Stars. So I have not collected the caustic arrow, which is why it's kind of grayed out. But I have collected a couple of the destructive impacts, so they're showing up regularly. So how do you collect things? Well, first you get it. Either you pick it up when you're questing or you're given it as a reward. And then you have to bind it in order to collect it. There are a couple different things you can do to bind something. If you have something in your inventory that you want to bind, when you hit the action button, one of your choices will be bind. Not for me, because I've already bound this item and I don't think there's anything in my inventory that isn't bound. But that's one way to bind something. Hey, Duck, good to see you here. Yes, your spirit animal. He was totally facing the camera and then did a spin, and now he's facing the other way again. But thanks for showing up, Duck. I appreciate it. This is all BS that you already know, so, you know, hang tight, grab a smoke break, whatever. So that's one way you can bind it, is simply by going into the menu and saying bind. You can also bind something by equipping it, but that's always risky because then you'll find yourself running around in a dungeon with a green axe of flame that you didn't realize you were carrying around instead of your set piece. You can deconstruct an item that will automatically add it to your collection. You can also sell an item, and that will eventually add it to your collection. It won't bind right away. As long as you can buy it back, it's not going to collect or bind. So let me just here. You know that when you sell something, I don't think I have anything to sell. Oh, let's sell some lockpicks for no good reason. I don't need that many lockpicks, do I? I don't even know if you can buy these back because they cost you. There it is, so I can buy them back for 0. So it's going to have to, you're going to have to sell enough items that it's no longer in your buyback, and then you'll bind it. There is one thing you can do. Oh, hey, I have a quest. I might as well do that while I'm here. There's one thing you can do that will result in to be putting it in your bank and forgetting about it. Now there are or a 12-person trial where nobody else, you can't give it to any teammates anyway. Once the time indication that something has been collected. Either it's can have things in your bank unbeknownst to you that you have not collected. Let me take a look at the chat here. That one dude we all know. Hey, it's Quinn, musical theater guy. Quinn, thanks for showing up. Wow, loving the BeagleCam, loving the character outfit. We get drop now? Oh, Psycho, no, you get no drop now. No, 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 no. I only have like 34 followers. So go out and find me 16 more followers, and then I can become an affiliate. And then I have to get like, I don't know, 3,562 more followers or subscribers, and then I could maybe do drops. But we'll get there eventually. I was wondering, Quinn, if that was your name when you said that one dude we all know. That totally fits your personality. You should continue to play insane musical theater characters. You're really frighteningly good at that. Okay, so what else was I going to tell? Oh, so we talked about how you bind things. Why do you bind things? Well, that's a really good question. I am wandering around in our guild house, which is owned by Lit. She's the head of the marvelous guild Architects of Inspiration. And in her guild house, among other things, she has this transmute station. So, transmuting is taking something you already have and changing the trait on it. So currently I have this Nirnhone dagger. Now, why I'd want to turn it into a powered dagger, I have absolutely no idea. But I could do that if I wanted to, and it would cost me 50 transmute crystals. Do you remember transmute crystals? We talked about those in a previous video on how you can get 50 in a month per character by going to Cyrodiil. So 50 transmutes is kind of a lot, and you don't want to just throw them down to transmute an item you already have. If you can reconstruct that item, you might be able to do it for cheaper. So when you go into the reconstruct menu, let's say I want to do that Pillar of Nirn dagger and redo that. That is going to be in a DLC dungeon, Falkreath's Hold. Go down to Pillar of Nirn, and what I'm looking for is right above what I have highlighted where it says cost 27. So that tells me that I could reconstruct something for 27 transmute crystals, and I don't know how solid your math is, but my math tells me that 27 is less than 50. So it would be a great savings to do it at 27. Now, there's a big difference between reconstructing something that costs you 27 transmute crystals and reconstructing something that costs you the bare minimum, which is 25. Ooh! What is that big difference, Aubwon? Well, let me tell you. If you have a reconstructed item, as I do in my inventory, and let's say that next month they decide that Pillar of Nirn is going to get nerfed and nobody wants it anymore, and I'm going to want to deconstruct that. Well, because this is a reconstructed item, I have a chance of getting a transmute crystal back from it when I deconstruct it. I might not, I might. But if I reconstructed that item when I had collected the entire set, so if I had, let's go to Dungeons, Arx Corinium. If I create an item that takes 25 transmute crystals, later if I go to deconstruct it, I get all 25 transmutes back. Isn't that just lovely? It also means you have a way to store transmute crystals. You may have noticed that I have 762 out of a possible maximum of 1,000. Now, if you happen to have a lot of transmute crystals, you're maxed out at 1,000 in your inventory. But you could make an item that costs only 25 transmutes and then stuff it in a storage chest somewhere and take it out when you need those transmutes, deconstruct it, and you'd get all 25 back. Isn't that fabulous? It's also kind of boring. We should go kill shit. So we're going to go kill shit in Maelstrom. And the first thing I'm going to do is, even though I'm not in a group, I'm going to check to see, because yeah, I don't want to be in veteran Maelstrom. I want to be in normal Maelstrom. Wonderful thing that I learned about, well, let me start at the beginning. This is my magblade. She's kind of new to me. I have had a stam blade forever. And I decided to try her out on a magblade. She hasn't really done much hard content with it, so I'm a little wacky on the rotation, and the whole idea of not having 30-some thousand stamina when I'm running around kind of scares me. But she's compensating by using the biggest frickin' destruction staff she can, which is Abner Tharn's style. So that's one way I'm compensating. On her back bar, she's using dual wield. Primarily for the passives. She does use the dual wield ability of Deadly Cloak, because that is an AoE protection. But other than that, her skills, I guess it's on my front bar, but I think of it as my back bar. Does that make any sense? Her skills here are primarily class skills. So I'm a little bit rusty, or I shouldn't say rusty, I'm just a little bit unfamiliar with exactly how she functions in that. So we're going to go ahead and go to Maelstrom. You can travel directly there. I'm cheap, and since I know it would cost me a lot right now, Maelstrom is in Western Skyrim, and the guild house happens to also be in Western Skyrim, so I'm just going to pop out of the door. While I'm doing that, I'm checking to see who we've got in chat. Psycho, it's good to see you here. My goal tonight, as I think I've mentioned in a couple places, is to get 5 people in the chat at one time, because I get a little achievement for that. And then that'll help me later. So, Squirrel, we're in Western Skyrim, going to the nearest way shrine. Whee! It bounces. Wait. Not Western Skyrim. Okay, no, boys and girls. It's not in Western Skyrim. It's in Hrothgar. They both start with a W, though. So yeah, we'll be going to Maelstrom. Travel to Maelstrom. Okay. That was hilarious. So there are so many videos on how to do Vet Maelstrom and get all the achievements in there. And that's great for people who have the ability to get through there. I have done Vet Maelstrom. I've completed it once. I'm on a second go-round with a couple characters trying to do it again. But I wanted to do a walkthrough of it on normal so that you can sort of see what mechanics are really important in normal, which ones you can sort of ignore. If you haven't done Maelstrom before, the one thing you really want to know is that once you pick up this quest, you don't have to worry about finishing the whole thing all at once.
Very well then.
Oh, I actually have... I think I have a normal one in progress. So here's the weird thing. You can actually have a normal Maelstrom and a Vet Maelstrom in progress at the same time. I am going to very carefully delete only the normal Maelstrom one, or abandon it, I should say, because I don't want to lose my progress in the Vet one. A little bit about Maelstrom. There are 9 arenas. Each arena has 4, there's a word for that. They have 4 rounds. That's it. They have 4 rounds. If you die while you're doing an arena in Maelstrom, you will go back to the beginning of that round. If you leave Maelstrom and come back later, you will go back to the last arena that you have not completed. So if you're short on time, whatever, you come in, you blow through the first 2 or 3 arenas, you can leave and just come back and pick up where you left off. Not a big deal. So,
it's called. It's called the.
wait, I thought I abandoned it. Oh, you silly. I'm gonna try leaving and coming back. Maybe it doesn't want me to, maybe it doesn't want me to get the quest again since I just got rid of it. Glitch number 1. There are 4 people viewing. Whee! I'm excited about that. I see 3 people who are followers, maybe 4. But if you happen to be a person who's watching and haven't followed me, wow, I could really use some more followers. If I get 6 more, I hit my goal of 40, which would be awesome. And at 50, I can apply for affiliate status with Twitch, which would mean that eventually I could give all sorts of nice free things to my friends that come in and join me. Okay, we're going to try this again. Oh, you know what? As long as I'm here, squirrel, I can deliver this weapon I just made.
None of us is getting any younger, you know. I like to think of this.
All right. I see Winston has turned around and is facing the camera, sort of, looking very dreamy. He looks kind of like a basset hound. Okay, let's see if it'll give me the quest. If not, this is kind of a bust. I picked up the quest a couple days ago and went in there because I wanted to check something. And I probably should have abandoned it then, so I'm hoping it'll reset now when I go back in. The other nice thing about Maelstrom is that at the end of each arena, there will be somebody you can talk to who will fix your armor. So while it's a great idea to have repair kits with you, it's not absolutely necessary.
I was wondering when you'd show
because this guy here, Tutor Reparius, functions as a merchant. So he can fix your gear after each arena. All right, so you talk to this little
the rules
guy.
Very well then.
And then, you know, I'm not going to bore you, but this happens to be kind of a nice looting area. You know, it's a nice house, lots of backpacks, things like that. I don't think there's any wheelbarrows in here, so Duck, you'd be totally safe coming in here and looting. Duck has a tendency to get stuck in wheelbarrows. All right, so now we're going to Maelstrom. Okay, the only thing that you have to worry about in this arena is dying from boredom. Because the things pop up so infrequently that you have to wait in between. They're spawning to kill them all. Haha, blocked you.
We will make this.
So, I'm going to try to do this on parse food. That might be really ridiculous. We'll see. Parse food doesn't give me any extra health or stamina. The parse food does give me the most possible mag, and I think I'm sitting right around 33,000 for that. So here's the only mechanic that you might want to worry about on normal is you probably will want to stay out of that. Got some archers. I love, as a Nightblade, I love the shade. That's her right there killing things. The wonderful thing about her is that she knows when things are going to spawn before they actually spawn. So you can see where she's running. and then kind of know where the next big one is. So like I said, I haven't really done rotation on this much. I'm used to my sand blade rotation. I did parse with my magblade with this build, and she hits 70k fairly easily. My sand blade can do 90k if I'm paying attention. And I know I'm not using all the abilities right now, because why bother? I can kill most things with my spammable, which is debilitate. And the nice thing about using... Oops, see, here we are at the final round. The nice thing about using debilitate as a spammable is that it also... did I say debilitate? That's not spammable. I haven't been using it because I haven't... and he's dead. So the Swallow Soul spammable heals you for 37% of the damage. So I don't really have a heal on this. So, speaking of sticker books, in the Maelstrom sticker book, I have all of the special weapons that you get from the last boss out of here. Not in perfected, obviously. Perfected you get from Vet. I only have one perfected one, and that's the Thunder Sword. But I don't have all of the sets collected. There are 6 sets in Maelstrom. I think there used to be 3, now there's 6. Elemental Succession, Glorious Defender, Hunt Leader, Parabellum, Permafrost, and Winter. These are not curated sets, which means that when you get to the end boss, that is curated. So if you haven't gotten all the weapons yet, you will get a weapon that you haven't previously gotten. The sets that aren't curated, you're just going to get random ones, and they may be stuff you already have and stuff you don't. So, last time I ran this, I did not. Alright, so Sate's Balcony. This is a lot of running around and trying not to be in the blades, but honestly, on normal, they tickle a little. Don't do much else. You can make them stop for a brief period of time. So if you find yourself getting overwhelmed with them, you can go to those green levers and switches, and they will stop the blades for you. So it can be handy to do that when you get to the boss at the end of each round, which is one of these guys. And then as soon as a certain amount of rolling around. I have Merciless Resolve on this character. I'm not going to use the actual Spectral Arrow. I'm just going to keep it at 5 because that gives me some extra damage. There's nothing in here that I really need to try that hard. A little low on health. Just to make things exciting. I did that deliberately. I do have a shield. What I'm saving up that elemental rage for. It's already at 500. Maybe I'll dump it at the end. In the final round where there's 3 centurions, but only 1 can be damaged at a time until you get down lower. I should have my shade out, she'll tell me where these... Very handy. Alright, so final round. There's going to be one of them that can be attacked for a bit. And then he's going to spin around, go dormant. The next one goes active. So you just sort of rinse and repeat. He goes inactive. Next one. Yeah, I didn't even get a hit in on him and he spun. Same there. And there. They're all done. Yay! Alright. I don't think I got anything that I haven't already gotten, but I'm just gonna check. So you can see that this is already bound, and that's because it's a solo arena, so it's not like I can sell it to anybody, so it's going to instantly bind. I had already collected that. Oh yeah, that's right. Since it is a solo arena, if I get anything that's new, it's going to pop up on my screen right away and say collect. Okay, not as hard as the final boss in Ark's Corinium. Very similar look and feel to the place. Generally speaking, you want to stay out of the water. As you can see, like right now, it's electricity bad, but not fatal on normal. Good guy. Oh, hey, look at me switching to my other one. The Stranglers can be thoroughly annoying, especially on vets. They do keep respawning, but they have a tendency to pull you at just the worst possible times. So one thing I'm not loving about the magblade is, not surprisingly, the lack of stamina for certain things. I did read some advice that suggested mag characters might want to, on a couple of these rounds, particularly on vet, switch to a tri-stat food and a tri-stat potion to get more stamina. They also recommend, if you're a mag character, switching to or loading up Crushing Shock as an interrupt so that you're not having to do the bash. That's awesome. A lot more stamina. I need to... Yeah, no stamina. I'm gonna... Oh, no, I guess I get it back at the end. am legendary at not using heavy attacks. I should get better at that. And this is sort of the ultimate setup for getting back either mag or stamina, because I have a destruction staff on one side and a wheel. So heavy attack with my staff.
Maelstrom Area.
Wheel should give some of that stamina back. Although my stamina recovery is sitting. I'll check those stats. Final round. Hey, stop throwing that stuff at me. Okay, Mommy. Hey, I'm gonna use this elemental rage I've been carrying. There. That seemed to do a nice trick. No mechanics. She just died. Sweet. I did put a note in chat. If crackling starts happening, please let me know. I looked into it, and it's the combination of Xbox One, and yes, that is what I'm using, Xbox One and Twitch. It seems like every now and then it crackles, and the best way to get rid of it is to pause the stream. I've never paused the stream. We'll see what happens when I do that. See what happens on my monitor. So, live stream, measure stream. Okay, I'm going to pause for a couple seconds. Don't go away. Oh, that's how I get the cute kitty cat clock. Well, now I know. That's nice. Going on to the next arena. This one, you know, this one doesn't, this one always seems easier than the first Sate's balcony one, because you don't have spinning blades here. Again, I'm going to get my dark shade out. She's going to tell me where all these things are.
Healer!
You also see the little portals ahead of time, too, so it's not like it's a big surprise. If you haven't been in Maelstrom before, well, thank you for watching this tutorial, because I'm sure that'll be... Actually, I think it will be helpful if you're doing normal Maelstrom. You certainly don't need this much DPS to finish it. I just take a look. You might have noticed that there are these glowy things on the sides, these things. You can pick them up. The shield gives you extra defensive stuff. The chalice gives you extra healing. And the axe, I think it's an axe, gives you extra. Again, I'm not bothering because I'm on normal. Oh, there was one thing I was going to do, figuring it might be slightly helpful. But I'm going to need a pause to not a pause to the stream. Pause in the action. Could probably do it without that.
This one spells are supreme.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about white stripes. Oh, got worse just before you paused. Hey, thanks for that note. Is it doing anything? Oh, I wonder if it did that when I was going into my Xbox menu to do the pausing.
That challenger approaches. Release
That
the defenders.
it might be going into the Xbox menu that does it. Well, it's not like I'm going in there often. But at least now I know how to pause it. So let me know if it happens again, Psycho or anybody else who's listening. I took my cheesy, cheap little keyboard off my controller. It does help with the sound quality from my also cheap little cheesy headset. I have made a pledge that if I'm able to get affiliate status and get a little kickback from Twitch for streaming live content, that for the first year I would put any monies that I get back into upgrades, getting better equipment, better microphone, maybe a better Xbox, but one thing at a time. Okay, final round. So, big guy, he's got a lightning phase and a fire phase. That green circle is where you want to be when he's in the lightning phase. With my stam blade, I can burn him down before he gets to the fire. When he gets into the fire phase, you definitely don't want to be under there. And he's dead. Bigger pain in the ass on Vet, that's for sure. There were a couple things I was going to do in between arenas. Nameplates. I'm finding nameplates to be a nice option when I'm looking for specific monsters. So I just have to make sure I have this set up. So I want enemy NPCs to show up always and to highlight target names. So when we get into the next arena, let's see what happens. So I was going to just walk through what I'm wearing. Surprise, nobody ever asks me. Hard to hear you talk sometimes over the game sounds. You know, thanks for mentioning that, Psycho. That was something I noticed, and I was going to see if I could fix that. Let me... I'm going to go into my Xbox menu for a while, and that might make some weird things happen. But I'm going to see if I can adjust that in there. I'm going to try adjusting it instead of there. I'm going to adjust it in game. So, master volume. I'm guessing that that had a huge effect on how much game sound you're hearing. I'm hoping. I have it. Thanks for being my my sound guy, Psycho. I really appreciate that. So I turned down the master volume within the game. Let me know if that hopefully carried through to the stream. Oh, the Rink of Frozen Blood. So pretty much everybody I talk to about Maelstrom hates this one the most. And I'm going to see if I can change a skill. I'm going to put... Oh, please. No, I didn't have enough time.
Sooner taste your heart's blood.
Okay, but I do have the nameplates working now. Okay, and I'm totally missed getting this guy. So here's the scoop. The troll is the biggest problem on this level. He wants to break this ice, and you have to stop him. Not a game breaker on the first rounds, but in the final round, you absolutely have to make sure the troll isn't getting.
Now you die.
As soon as I get rid of this, I think this is the final boss in this round, I'm going to put Crushing Shock on my ability bar. No! Damn troll came out first. I want to be able to have a ranged interrupt for him so that I don't always have to chase him down. Nope, still aggroed. Especially without having much stam, I really hate to run that guy down. Hey Psycho, if you get a sec, let me know if the game is still as loud as it was. I'm so glad you mentioned that, and I feel like a little bit of a fool for not having remembered to adjust that beforehand. I remember when I listened to a recording of it, I thought, oh, impossible. It's what Duck calls lemonades. Yeah, I don't really have much that's ranged on this character right now. Heavy attacks on my Destro. And, well, I guess actually my Spammable is ranged, so that's nice. You can interrupt the troll and kill him. Either works. So we're already up to round 4, and I came out before I could change it. So on the final round, the giant matron that comes out can be a problem because she is definitely going to take out the platforms. I believe it's at 75% and 40%, I think. She's going to take out the second platform at 40%, and then you have to burn her before she takes out the third one. So that's definitely a DPS check there. Okay, I should be able to get... Oh, no, no. Okay, so we'll just make sure we kill this troll. So she's got a heavy attack that's bad, she's got an AoE that's bad, and when she starts cleaving the ice, you just have to run. But, like I said, on normal, not as big of a deal. Wait, I killed the final boss and there was still an ad left? Well, that's just hilarious. So, since that all went by pretty quick, you've got 3 ice platforms in here. Plenty of enemies to choose from, but the main thing is going to be getting the troll before he breaks ice. which is different than breaking wind. I just wanted to clarify that. Okay.
I haven't seen
Getting some gear fixed. So let's see. That was Spiral Shadows, which was, let's see, Spiral Shadows was level 6. No, that was Ring of Frozen Blood. What am I saying? Which was level 5. Now we go to Spiral Shadows. Before we go there, I just wanted to go through the what I'm wearing thing. That was what I wanted to do. So I'm using Pale Order on this build because it was set up as a solo build, which helps with my Destro staff. I'm using a special weapon. So when I'm on that, my Whirl of Depths is active, but my Pillar of Nirn, I'm not, or in my case, front bar. Let's not talk about front bar, back bar distinctions. I like looking at these guys. They're weird. Oh, but you still take health damage from the ice. They're all very bizarre. Okay, Squirrel, let's go back to Spiral Shadows. Spiral Shadows, there are webs that form around little pillars, and it's a never-ending battle to keep them open. So what's going to happen is Horvers are going to appear. There's one. And if you kill it next to one of these things, it takes the webs off. They sort of do this first round, like almost like it's a tutorial. And then little glowing lights can happen around them. If you kill them not near one, then you get a prompt to use a venom grenade, and you just target one of the things with webs, and that will get rid of the webs and make them glow. When all of them are glowing, it stuns your enemies. So not terribly useful at the beginning of this round, but it seems to be sort of set up to let you know that that's how it happens. Can be really handy in the end one. Okay, so I'm gonna venom grenade out on something. The other thing you need to keep an eye out for in this arena, even on normal, are these, I think they're spiderlings is what they're called. They will occasionally appear and try to put webs back around something. Why do you need to have the webs cleared? Well, that'll happen sooner or later. These little spiderlings, when they appear, it's a swarm, and you have to go to a yellow light to make them go away. They are surprisingly tanky and do not a lot of damage individually, but there's so freaking many of them eventually that you can't survive them easily. Definitely can't survive them on vet, but it's a pain in the ass on even on. I have my synergy casting type stuff set up to auto, which means I only have to press YB once, but it means that I have to make sure I have it targeted before I hit it. So kill this guy, target the thing. Now all these spiderlings are here, so I want to get to a goal. And actually, I got the stun on that. There goes my shade to let me know what's next. Victim is over. Ooh, right next to one. These things totally hurt on vet. Just saying.
See that? That's action. far so good, but the worst is yet to come.
Let's get this over with.
So there's the web spinner. That's the thing I was talking about, not the spiderlings. The web spinners, if you let them live longer, will try to put, well, they'll try to spin webs. I know that sounds really odd. Yeah. And the gate thing, okay, so spiderlings, you gotta go to a gold one. Sometimes the gold will go away, so it's always important that you have at least 2 of them open whenever possible.
Ah, nothing's better than a good blood sport.
The final boss enrages at a certain point, and on Vet is nigh impossible to kill unless you stun her. So it's nice if you can sort of time your spiderlings running to the gold. If you can time the one that does the stun until the boss is out, and you can do a significant amount of damage to her before she comes back.
The challenger approaches. Release the defenders.
And I should always have nameplates on when I'm doing stuff like this.
You know you love it.
I only recently realized it. You know, as a healer, I put nameplates on to see all the people in my group, so that I can sort of keep track of where certain people are that might need more healing than others. You know how it is. But I only recently started doing it for DPS because it's so much easier to see the nameplate than it is to get them in your line of sight. Read the nameplate at the top, or read the name at the top of the screen. Come here, come here.
Watch. The climax approaches.
So, final round. I've got one. Okay, we gotta get this web spinner out of there. So she's the pain in the ass boss. Gotta get rid of the web spinners. I got spiderlings, so I need to go where the yellow is. Now I'm gonna use. I think I missed. Probably a good thing this is on normal. Yay! Oh no! The BeagleCam fell over. Stop the game! We have to fix the BeagleCam. Still not good. Better. There. All right. BeagleCam. Yeah, buddy. It's your big moment. It's your big moment. I'm happy to have 3 viewers in the stream tonight. One of the things I need to do in order to reach affiliate status is maintain an average of 3.
Watching you perform
So,
so splendidly.
3 is the perfect number. Alright, we're on our way to the one I hate the most. The Vault of Umbrage, which is just one big poison fiasco. Before this starts, I'm going to get that crushing shock on, so help me. I don't think the arena will ever start for the very first time until you actually head out there and show yourself. So there are these platforms. You'll want to remember that. And then there are these glowy things. That's another thing you'll want to take a look at. I'll explain how those all work in real time. It'll be exciting. You want to keep an eye on all of these plants that will start spewing poison. The venom shot can be kind of nasty. But as soon as your screen turns green, you're in trouble. And that's when you need to look around to those 4 platforms and find the venom caller and kill them now. The venom caller makes the plants explode, and believe me, that is not a good thing. Okay, so that's the green screen. We need to find the venom caller. There she is, and kill her dead. That's a portal opening up on one of those platforms. So yeah, she's definitely a priority target. And then you want to try to stay out of those green circles when they happen.
This looks promising.
Because if you get that poison on you, you have to go cleanse, and you can lose precious time doing that. Oh, so now I'm afflicted with poison. I gotta run here. There, that makes it all better, but oi, 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 I have so much poison. Got the venom caller. She was part of the problem. I'm gonna get this venom caller before she does anything. So if I can multitask, the final boss in this one is a big guy and comes out with a couple minders, handlers, if you will. Again, not as big of a problem on normal, but on vet, what you want to do is kill one of the minders, preferably the one that's furthest away from the Wamasu dude. And then stay close to the other one, but make sure they stay alive. So that's the point at which you want to be careful about any AoE damage you have. This was always a problem for me on my stam blade because I tended to use shrouded daggers as my spammable. And they bounce. They bounce 3 times to other targets. And they would frequently bounce to the minder and kill her. Similar to the boss in Ark's Corinium with the snake that she protects, what's going to happen is the boss will enrage, You can interrupt him, but if you interrupt him, whoa, I missed my venom collar. If you interrupt him, he stays enraged for the remainder of the game. What you need to do instead is go to the bubble that the minder puts up and stay under there. And then you just have to hope and pray that if the poison comes out, you can be out of the poison and in the shield of the minder. There's one minder. There's the other. I'm gonna kill this one. That one's almost dead, so now I'm gonna get in here. But it doesn't. Oh wow! Yep. I had poison on me and got out, and the minder died while I was in the bubble. So hey, actually, I did this deliberately so that you could see what happens when you die in Maelstrom. Woo! I scored a drop. How did I score a drop? I have no idea what this means. Claim now or go to inventory. I'm claiming it. Shiny new drops in my drops inventory. Send a message to thank Aubwon for the drop. You guys got drops? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Wow. I'm all excited and a titter. I'll have to check that out. Meanwhile, I'm dead. So, like I said, when you die in Maelstrom, you come back at the most recent round. So I don't have to do all those preliminary rounds again. Ooh, I got an Ouroboros crown crate. I don't know why. But it's pretty cool. Ah! Poison everywhere already. And I haven't even made it back to life yet. Okay. We're gonna get a whole bunch of things going here. We're gonna mark this guy. We're gonna pay attention to when we get minders out. Okay, there's one. I'm gonna kill this one. I'm gonna try to keep that one alive. I'm gonna try to go in here. Oh, you know what? I bet it was my, my AoE, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I can get you, I can get you, I can kill you. There you go. I bet it was my, I probably had my deadly cloak active, and that does just enough damage that I probably lost it. Whee! Wait! What just happened? I already killed the boss. Oh! I was busy looking at the chat, and I apparently had poison on me. So I died after I killed the boss from lack of paying attention. Sasquatch is real. Welcome to the chat, Sasquatch. How many people do I have in chat? I've got 4 viewers. I'd love to get 5 people in chat. Let's see, who's chatted? Sasquatch, Duck, Psycho, that one dude we all know. I need one more. That's all I need. One more. Somebody go find me somebody who's not scared to type in a chat box. And then I get an achievement.
I must say.
And then maybe I get even more drops. Did you guys get a drop? Somebody dropped something. Somebody dropped something in chat to let me know if you got a drop. I know, the Ouroboros, whatever the hell those are, crates are kind of crap. But hey, at least you can turn them into crown gems, right? When I did Maelstrom on Vet, I spent months trying to get past the frozen arena, and probably more months trying to get past the Vault of Umbrage. And then I got to this one, and it was like, well, this is super easy. So the only trick to this is that there are these platforms, and stop that. Not platforms, spire things. And whenever any one of them is all together, you want to break it up so that you can actually do damage to the boss, the final boss of each round, because otherwise they're shielded. And when you get rid of these, that boss will be stunned for a little bit of time, so that's a great time to just wail on it. Lots of fire. If you're a vampire, this round is going to suck. You're going to want to reduce to like stage 1 if you're a vampire. And I don't know, what do vampires do to stay safe? The other thing you want to keep a lookout for in this one is these guys. I think of them as flame shapers, but it's one of the Dremora, but they do the flame shaper kind of animation with the ouchie fire stuff. I'm sorry, was that too technical for anybody? Ouchie fire stuff. It never says that in my death recap when I look. It never says I was killed by ouchie fire stuff. And yet I'm pretty sure that kills me a lot. There's also lava coming up. On Vet, bigger problem. I mean, you get tired of hearing that, don't you? When you are a person who does normal stuff. Everybody always says, oh, it's so much tougher on Vet. Well, you know what? It's not always that easy on normal either. This one's not bad. You need to know just a few mechanics. The final round coming up after this one can take you a while to sort of get the rhythm of it. I'm not sure I'll get it on the first time. It's been a while since I've done it. Interrupts are important on the final round. Not all the time, but a few crucial moments. The final arena, I mean, not the... Well, the final round of the final. Oh, no, you don't. All right. Stop with all the fire. Okay, that's the one you really need to interrupt, and then... Yeah, you two, enough fire stuff. Done with the fire. Okay, so it's clear to me that my... ooh, chained me, you bitch. It's clear to me that running this to try to develop a rotation while talking has not worked out, because I'm not button mashing, but I'm not really laying down a recognized series of things. Is this the final boss? Have I reached the final boss? Oh, I have no stam. None whatsoever. Wait. It's dead. I don't know how it died. Okay, this is the final round. So, final round, you gotta take down all of these things. And for extra big fun, make sure you got the boss next to you when you kill this one, so that they're handy enough that you can get them a bunch of times while they're sort of stunned. Didn't stay stunned. Put a little Maelstrom staff in their face, and boom! Done. Dead. I don't think that one guy we all know is still here, but it's too bad because now we're going to the Theater of Despair. We've all been there. Sasquatch, I don't know if I know who you are. Not that that's necessary. It's not like I'm, stalking anybody. But I'm trying to figure out if you're somebody I know from the game. I know you said you can't do this on easy. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
Your dexterity in that last arena.
A little bit of damage there. Okay. So, final arena. Before we go in there, let me think of things I need to tell you about. There are white ghosts and there are yellow ghosts. Oh, my wife knows you. Huh. Okay. I'll have to give that some thought. You don't have to tell me who you are. This is a public forum. Woo! First time chat, Sarah B. Nice one. Yay. Somebody who knows how to use emotes. I'm so thrilled. I suck at emotes. I need to take like an emote primer class. Very cool. I realize that Twitch is a lot about emotes, and yeah, I'm gonna have to learn. Thanks for throwing those in there. I'm all excited about that. Yay! So back to the white ghost, gold ghost. White ghosts, bad. They'll do some damage, and I think they can either stun you or knock you back a bit. Gold ghosts, good. They give you things that after you've gathered 3 of them, you can release and kill shit with, because that is, of course, the goal, is killing shit. Other than that, most of the mechanics on normal aren't such a big deal until you get to the final round. There's an extra round in the last arena, so you have 5 rounds before you get to the final one. In the final one, you've got a boss who's going to appear and then vanish, and after he vanishes, you have to go chase him down and then drop back in and blah, blah, blah. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up before we get there. Okay, so if you see that ring up there, that's where we're going to get sent, or where we're going to send ourselves during the final round. It'll look much nastier at that point. I guess I've never really spent much time looking around this place. It's kind of like a miniature city of ash. There will be portals that develop here on the final boss. And the goal is to kill a clan fear near those so that you can travel up. Okay, so these are the white ghosts. We want to stay away from them.
This one's mine, sisters.
So what do? I run right into them. I need to go back. Gold ghost. We want to go to the gold ghost. Restless souls begin to stir within you. So that's the first message you get when you get one of them. There's another one. I don't know that I got that one. Enemies can pick them up if they get to them first. They gain resistance when they pick them up. I am using tripods now, for anybody who cares, because I'm concerned about having enough stamina, especially with doing some sprinting to catch the gold ghosts. You don't get any flame shapers in these. Okay, so now I got 3 of them. So now I have about 20 seconds to use this synergy of spectral explosion. I'd like to have something bigger here to use it on. I guess I'll do it on this. Winston is dreaming. Oh my goodness. Can you all see that? Winston's dreaming. He's actually much more exciting than the game right now. So if you want to watch him, he's running in his sleep and making little woofling sounds. He's adorable. Winston the Wonder Beagle. You know, I've had the nickname Auburn Wonder for more than 20 years. It was a nickname in school. I'm not going to say which school because that dates me. But it was a nickname I had in school. It was Auburn Wonder. And when I got Winston, Winston already had his own Instagram page. He was a foster, and he was known as Winston the Wonder Beagle. And it wasn't until after I started streaming that I realized we both have wonder in our nicknames. So I have a sidekick. Auburn Wonder and Winston. Or AWWB for short, which, if you pronounce it, would be Aub, which is also what a lot of people in the guild call it. Hey, I think with, oh, and we got Fat Boy in here. We got more than 5. Woohoo! Yay, I'm spending more time watching the chat and getting fried. Okay.
Pay attention, you louts. You might learn something.
I don't know if you could hear the game, the NPC say, "Pay attention, you lout." It's like, you know, I deserve that. I'm not really paying attention. Getting this gold ghost. Whee! Okay, that's 3 of them. Give me a worthy opponent. Now, I'm just going to use them on here. So here's my spectral explosion. Boom! Damages everybody, stuns them, kill them big time. Especially handy in the final boss. If we ever get there. Since I'm dicking around, looking at chat. Duck is cleaning his inventory and listing all his stuff that he has for sale. Gold. Gold ghost. I will admit that even on normal, it's nice to know that I can, summoning ritual, I have to stop this person. Stop this person. Squirrel, what was I saying? Even though it's only on normal, it's nice to know that I can survive on parse food in here. And having only 19k health, which is ridiculous. But that Swallow Soul is a super nice ability with getting more than a third of your damage back as health. And the fact that it's a spammable and it's also ranged, you can use it from 28 meters. That's pretty nice. Okay. I gotta get to this first. So we're on the 5th round, which is the last one before the big boss one. I was thinking I might try timing it to see if I can get the 3rd gold ghost in time for the appearance of the boss, but they, you know, if you don't get a 3rd gold ghost, you lose the progress of the first 2. Yeah, in fact, I think I did just lose them. Actually, look in my... okay, so this is the bad guy, ultimate bad guy. We're gonna put down our ultimate, and then he's gonna move. So that's why you want Crushing Shock, because you need to interrupt that one. And when you come down from up above, so now he's going away. He's going up. See him going up? Going up. So now I need to entice a Clanfear to come close to one of these portals. If I kill him near here, then I can use the portal. Now I'm upstairs. So I have to kill these things. And this guy, and the boss is going to throw those skulls at me, which very easily have the potential to knock me off the ledge, and then I have to go back down. See this wall? You can stay behind this wall and use range abilities to kill the crystals, if that works. Ooh, am I going to get all 3 of them on the first try? Yay. So now we're going back down. And now the first thing you need to do is interrupt them. So I've got my crushing shock loaded, I'm waiting for them, and boom, interrupted. That is crucial on Vet. That will kill you. Oh, I'm going to kill him without even needing the thing. Alright. Okay, he's dead. Yay! Baldur's Gate used to remind us to eat. I see your message, Fat. I'm not getting the reference. Baldur's Gate. What's Baldur's Gate? I'm sorry, I'm ignorant. Okay, so I did get a weapon that I didn't have. It's not one of the special weapons. Like I said, I've already gotten all the special weapons on normal. But I did get a new sword, and you saw that that was collected, which takes me back to the discussion we had earlier about the sticker book. So I just got this Winterborn sword, and it will now be in my sticker book under arenas, Maelstrom. Got all of these. So down on Winterborn, you can see the little thing identifying it as new. So I still need several of these. They're of course, hey, I'm CDO, which is OCD, alphabetical order, the way it should be. So I want to get everything. I just want to get everything. I have all of the base game things. DLC, Hugh's Bane is a real pain in the ass to collect because there are only 2 sets, but they appear in all 3 weights, and you can only get some of them by doing perfect heists in the Thieves Guild, which, yeah, not the easiest thing in the world to do. Maybe not for you guys, because you had to keep listening to me, which might be really annoying. But I'm going to take a moment to look at chat and see if there's anything I should be answering in here. I also... What do I have for emotes? I don't know what these are. Somebody has to teach me what different emotes mean, because I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know what they do. I mean, they don't do anything, but I don't know what they mean. And Kappa is a thing in Twitch. Somebody needs to tell me what Kappa actually, that's Kappa. I don't know what that's about. Twitch Global Emote Kapow and Curse Lit. Those are the ones that Sarah B used, and I have to figure out. Oh, wow, there are so many. You could spend hours going through emotes. I don't want to do that. Is that a beagle? No, that's a squirrel. Never mind. Squirrel. Might be a squirrel. Okay. Make the emotes go. Hey, thanks, Sasquatch. Great at explaining the game. Wow, there are people that would differ with that assessment, but I'm just, a game from the 90s. I was not a game player in the 90s that much. Arena came out in '85. Yes, I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online since Arena. Arena was like 85 or 86. I had to get a 8286 processor on my PC so that I could play Arena because I previously had an 8088 processor, which wasn't fast enough. I needed to have at least, I think it was 3.4 megahertz to be able to play Arena. That's just scary. I, I, now that you mention that it's a game from the past, Fat, Baldur's Gate does ring a distant bell, but I don't think I ever played it. Ever once. Before I get too far afield, like I said, I wanted to do this normal Maelstrom run because there are so many uh, videos of vet Maelstrom out there. And all the guides you find online and all the YouTube guides, they all talk about the vet mechanics, which can be completely overwhelming if all you want to do is figure out how to get through it on normal. Um, so come in on normal. Don't be afraid to die. You can fix your armor after every round. You can leave whenever you want to and come back and not have lost all of your progress. The big decision is always when you have done like the 4 preliminary rounds and you're having problems killing the final boss of that arena. For example, the ice arena. Then you have to make the decision, do I stay in here and exhaust myself to get this boss, or do I leave knowing that then when I come back, I'm going to have to take out those 4 initial rounds. Old D&D. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think what other old D&D, you know, I started playing adventure games when they were text adventures. So what was the big one? There was a mailbox, and a pelican. I can't, boy, I can remember random details, and that's it. Yeah, text adventures where you had to kind of make up the story yourself. That was weird. So I clicked on this emote thing, and now it won't let me get out of here. I want out of here. Let me out. Gemstone 3. Okay, that one doesn't ring a bell. Wishbringer, I think, is the one I'm thinking of. Wishbringer, where it started out that there was a mailbox and you had to type open mailbox, and when you did, it would say there's a note inside. You'd have to say read note, walk west, walk this way. Eventually you got to a post that had a pelican on it, and I think eventually things changed and became evil, and then the pelican was I forget if it was a raven or a crow or something. Oh man, you had to use so much imagination to make everything happen. And now we get everything sort of spelled out for us. It's kind of beautiful, and yet just goes to show how lazy we are. So Baron moves like a smoking plume is not an attractive man. And when you do Maelstrom on Vet, you get to become like him. You get a polymorph, which is under Maelstrom Baron. So now ooh, I don't like being him. Not one bit. No, we're going to take that polymorph off right now. DOS script adventures. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Fat. DOS script adventures. There was another one that I played that was called Hack, or maybe it was Hacker. But you literally got a CD that had no instructions, and you put it into your disk drive, and it said log in, please. And that's all the information you got. Or password, please. And you'd try to get a password, and then after 3 times some gobbledygook would happen, and it would say system reset, entrance allowed. And the first thing you had to do was figure out what was the game about? What was your goal? What were you hacking? What were you supposed to be doing? And it was just, you know, I thought it was the bee's knees. And yet it was, you know, on a green screen with CGA graphics, and you know, there was no sound. Everything was type in at the prompt what you want to do, um, and 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 that was it. So Sasquatch, how did you not know about what? You said how did I not know about this? Not know about Elder Scrolls, not know about Twitch, not know about the fact that I lead this dark life on the side of killing shit and talking smack. The fact, speak to me, Sasquatch. Speak to me. And while you're typing, I'm going to come in here and loot stuff. Ooh, I got Nord style. I could give that away to as a reward in the chat. Yeah, so I know some of you are probably playing your own game and don't necessarily want to stop to type, but there are a couple things I'd like to find out. Oh, the password game. Oh, hack. Yeah, you know, for all I know, I still have that CD laying around somewhere, and it was in fact oh, wait a moment. No, it was not a CD. It was a 5 1/4 floppy disk. It was a 5 1/4 floppy disk. I had it on a computer that had 2 floppy disk drives, which was a vast improvement. Yeah, 2 floppy disk drives, no hard disk. I think I probably paid over $2,000 for the computer, and it weighed about 35 pounds. Yeah, scary. All right, so here we are in Maelstrom. We've just finished. It is not in Western Skyrim, but in Hrothgar. Yeah, I can't believe I made that mistake. This is a perfectly good way shrine that doesn't function like a way shrine, so it's not helpful. I usually just travel out of here. You can also, I can show you what the entrance looks like, which, oh, I was wondering why it was pointing me in that direction. That's because my veteran quest in here is now the active one, but I'm not on vet. So we want to get the hell out of Dodge. Sorry, changing. I don't have a decent quest there. So I know it's up this way. Cassette games. Oh, yeah, I never had a cassette game. You're talking about things like, would that have been like Nintendo, stuff like that? I do remember like cassettes and 8-tracks for music. But, so, this was, if we would have walked in the front door, this is where we would have come in. I wonder if there's an emulator that'll do hack now. I mean, the thing would be, the game as it used to exist could be played on most phones now without, you know, even making them pause. It was so basic. I haven't been in this little entrance to Maelstrom for a while. I seem to recall there's lots of looting here. Never underestimate the power of having lots of groceries on hand. You know, I don't go out of my way to pick up stuff, but I do loot stuff as I run by. And usually about once a week, I will go to my cook fire in the backyard of my house, in the game that is, and make all of the foods that sell for 5 gold apiece. And of course I make, you know, I have the passives to get 4 out of every one of them. And I will usually in a week sell 20,000 worth of food. I just, you know, turn around, walk in into my house and go to my merchant and sell it right there. 20,000 is, you know, that's good pocket change. Not bad for just cooking up a few meals. Way before Nintendo, cassette games before Nintendo. I remember when the first person in my hometown got Pong, and everybody went to their house to see what it was like and play Pong on their TV with, I don't know, probably 20 pounds of gear attached to it, and joysticks that didn't work well at all. Oh my God. So what would have been the brand name of the cassette games before Nintendo? I seriously just don't know. Hey, as long as we got 6 viewers, I've already done the stuff that I said I was going to do. It is PvP weekend. I have not done any PvP for a while. I did some earlier in the month, but I'm going to put on my PvP build here and maybe go do a battleground if it doesn't take too long to get into the queue. So now I'm a vampire. I'm just going to update my champion points here because, like I said, CDO, I hate having extra champion points that aren't assigned somewhere, even though I have more champion points than God, which means they don't do any good. At a certain point, you have everything slotted you can slot. You know, champion points are great, but if you don't know how to use them... Okay, I don't know where to put this one. I apparently don't have anything started. Oh, wait, over here? Yep, Payne's Refuge. There we go. Hack isn't... Oh, somebody's been doing Google. Thank you, Google. Hack is a 1984 roguelike video game that introduced shops as gameplay elements and expanded available monsters, items. Later became the basis for NetHack. So 84 would be about right. Introduce shops as gameplay elements. Monsters, items, spells. Yeah, I don't remember that. I remember this one being you had to travel to different countries using like a tunnel network, or maybe it was a computer network. I wonder if there was another game called Hacker. Hey, I don't want to make you like my office assistant or anything, Sasquatch, but if you pulled Hack off from Google, do a quick search on Hacker as an early game and see if that turns up something different.
That's a damn...
Okay, gonna save my PvP build that I've updated and get rid of my armory assistant and take PvP food, which for me is bewitched sugar skulls. I've got Tri-Stat potions loaded, and since it is the event, boys and girls, you want to make sure you are reading your Scroll of Pelinal's Ferocity to get the extra bonuses. I'm going to put that on my wheel, my PvP wheel. So I'm going to go ahead and log in for a battleground. This will be embarrassing. My experience in battlegrounds is that sometimes they go super well for me, and I feel like I'm all that and a side order of fries. And sometimes I'm like shaking my head in despair and wondering whatever made me think I could do PvP. All right, well, we won't have long to wait. I'm going in. I will not be looking at chat. So, capture the relic. Not the worst thing. I kind of like the flag games, actually. I've got some speed skills, but I'm a little on the squishy side. I know, Winston. Oh, and I caught it in progress. So apparently somebody rage quit, and now here I am. Okay, what are we doing? You protecting this? Am I protecting this? You're protecting that? Okay. And I'll go see if I get a relic. A firefight going on here? Yes. Oh, this is gonna suck for me. Actually, one of the kind of nice things about the PvP weekend is that you get a fair number of characters who are in here who don't usually come in here, so they might not know what they're doing. I'm just gonna unload some toxic barrage on this guy. Whoa, now I got another one. I might not be talking much during this because I need to keep my wits about. Stunned me. Stunned me good. Yeah. Dragon Knight. Oop, I lost a viewer. No! Come back here, you thieves. Ooh, lots of enemies there, not so many people from my side. That might not go well. I might try running away. It's a little bit challenging for me to play with my game sound down. I could probably turn it up now that I turned it down in the game. Help here. Don't you be trying that dragon shit. Got lots of company all of a sudden. My PvP game on my Nightblade is mostly stealth and snare. I have a number of abilities that immobilize people. Ooh, one of these guys' name is Hot Young Butter. Did you hear that, Duck? Are you still in the chat, Duck? Hot Young Butter. Oh, my last compatriot just died. My goodness. I'm gonna do a little hiding and healing here if I have a chance. 5.5%. Almost. Yeah. Well, let's see. I've got 7 seconds to read chat. Limited computer game at the beginning of the game, guessing the law. That's the one. The password becomes obvious only after gaining access. Oh.
Get after them! They've got the relic!
So you there, you have our thing, but you're standing with it. Sorry. All manner of pleasant conversation has left my mind while I'm trying to... Lord, help me, I got the relic. Run! Run! Run!
Oriel preserve us! They've captured the relic!
So we have to have our relic, I believe, before I can get credit for this. Where's our relic? There it is. Okay, so now I get credit for this one. That's something that can be really frustrating every now and then. Anybody coming with me? I don't know where everybody is, but I'm not going to look. Wait, am I on the stairs? I'd look behind me to see if anybody's chasing, but I don't want to know. I feel like a pregnant woman trying to do battle while I'm carrying this relic around. Come on, I'm encumbered. Don't make me come over there. Wait, what are you doing over here with our relic? What are they doing? Somebody doesn't know how to play this game. They have our relic and they have it here. Dead again. Yeah, well. I apologize for this self-serving dip into PvP, but it just occurred to me that with the event starting, I had not gotten my event tickets for the day, so I have to reach a certain number of hours of streaming to be considered for affiliate. So as long as I'm here and I have a few people hanging in, you know, might as well just go a little bit longer. So my apologies for can I get you back up before you otherwise would have appeared anyway? Nope. that was a near-death experience. All right. We have got to take a relic if we want to get out of last place. Murder, death, kill, I like it. Spin cycle, yes! I can't read and fight at the same time. Oh my god, what am I doing?
Impossible! They've seized the relic!
Ooh, it got crowded here all of a sudden. This is killing me. Oh! No! No! I felt that endless fury. Murder, death, kill, I like it. Yay! Thanks, Duck. Spin cycle. Winston, buddy. Why is your head way down there? Put a pillow under it, but then you guys would see me, and there's a reason why the camera is on Winston and not me. I don't want to have to be public. I want to be cozy. And it's hard to turn your camera off when you're in the middle of a firefight. Buddy, you are not going to make it off this platform. Told you. Yay! Okay. 1 minute remaining. Hey, just hit me. So, loving the cool part of the bed. Yeah, that could be. Oh, way too many enemies there. Run away! Has any crackling come back? I haven't heard any complaints, but I certainly want to know about it because I think it's something I can fix. And has the game sound lessened? Can you, do you still have to struggle to hear things over the game sound? I'd love to know about that. I'm also super grateful for you guys hanging out with me tonight. I'm grateful to get the 5 people chatting in one session. I should have that by the end of the night. Okay, so let's see. Wasn't great, but I did get 1,400 points. I got a relic runner. 4 kills, 8 assists, 5 deaths. I always feel like if my kills and assists are more than my deaths, I feel pretty good about that, so I'm not going to complain. 775k damage. I have definitely done worse, so I'm going to feel pretty good about that. Leaving the battleground. Haven't heard any crackle since I've been here. That's awesome, Sasquatch. Thanks. Okay, I am going to see what happens if I turn off my webcam for a brief moment. Let me see what happens. Manage webcam off. It looks like it's off. Okay, buddy. Mom's got a pillow for you to put under your head, baby. Yeah. There we go. Okay, and now we can turn the camera back on. And look at that. Magically, a pillow will have appeared underneath Winston's head. Yay. All right, where am I and what was I doing? I am outside of Maelstrom Arena. I have done a battleground. I should now get all this stuff, and I should get event tickets when I turn it in, because I completed the quest, because I had the quest for, yep, getting 1,000 points. Okay, so turning that in. Winston, buddy. So I'm gonna start making like bye-bye for this. Oh wait, but not if Winston's gonna wake up. What, buddy? Are you talking? Do you want the microphone? Here, let me turn the micro. No, you not gonna get up? Okay. So what I'd love to know, if anybody has time to type an answer, is on Monday night I'm planning on doing another stream. I have a couple half-baked ideas about possibilities of what I could do, but I'd love to know if there's anything in particular that folks would like to see. I'd be happy to indulge. I can try to do some group content if anybody's interested. I'm a little concerned because I think my Wi-Fi can barely keep up with a stream and the game, plus monitoring the stream. I don't know that I could get in a party chat, which would make things somewhat awkward. But yeah, I'd love to know if anybody has anything in particular. I could do a run through normal battleground.
For this challenge, I want you to participate
I
in
could
5 matches. Use this time to
do
be
some
the
tutorials
circle of
on
champions.
anything that somebody might want. Battlegrounds, no, duck. No, don't make me do battlegrounds in front of people. It's embarrassing because I can't multitask when I do battlegrounds. I suck at it. And I still have to go to Imperial City to get my other event ticket, don't I? I think I just got one, right? Or, yeah, I think Imperial City gives you one, and Cyrodiil or Battlegrounds gives you the other. So, yeah, 6 event tickets. Well, as long as I'm on my PvP build. Second Battlegrounds. Dang, you guys. Queue at the same time to join in. Oh, yeah. I don't know about that. That's, yeah. You can see where I'm at, Duck. You could come here and fight me right here. I would die, but you could still come right here and fight me. You know where I'm at. You know where I live. But before you can do that, I'm running off to Imperial City real quick. Might as well add that to my list of things I'm doing tonight. What the heck? So because of the event going on, they did add extra campaigns for Imperial City and Cyrodiil. You can see that the regular one has the most people in it, and the one they added is less popular. You know, as a Nightblade, I can usually sneak around and get at least one quest done without too much trouble. So I think I'll just do that. Okay, so going back into chat to see what I missed. Sasquatch, I'm so grateful for the info on Hack and Hacker. I'm curious as to whether there's a hacker emulation that would do the game the way it used to be. Comments about that. Duck is offline, Bliss is downloading. Stream snipe? Stream snipe. Stream snipe. I don't know what you mean, Sasquatch, unless that's a different game, but I'm kind of a one-trick pony. I play Elder Scrolls, and that's all I do. I have sometimes gotten... ooh! Here's the easiest Imperial City quest ever. I'm carrying one on me. I'm turning it in. There's my event tickets. Boom! That was so easy. I forgot I had stored up a couple of those that I was turning in on one per day, so that I would get the siege of Cyrodiil Merit. Oh, that's pretty easy. Where someone can see you on Twitch and come to kill you. Oh, snipe! I kill you while you're streaming. Great. Okay. Well, next time I'm on, Duck, if you can find me, challenge accepted. I know you'll take me out, but I have gotten over the paranoia of dying. I find it amusing to die. So by all means, come and amuse me. That would be lovely. As I said in my invitation in guild chat tonight, find me, follow me, flummox me. So that would definitely come under the heading of flummoxing. Just a side note, the very first time I was Imperial City, I had an absolute all-out anxiety attack. I could not, for the life of me, figure out how to get out of here. Everywhere I went was more and more danger. This took me into the sewers. For whatever reason, I never noticed that door, or I didn't think it was a door. I tried traveling, which of course you know you can't do out of Imperial City. I probably spent 15 minutes going around in circles. Pledges with just your mic running, you can talk through the dungeons with the group. That might be fun. That might be fun. And I could always, again, I don't know if I can run a separate thing. I was going to say, well, I could always maybe set up a Discord chat on my phone so I could hear what the group is saying. But I think I have a limit to how fast the hamsters can run in a circle. So, hey, Sasquatch, since your wife knows me, is that what you said? Since I don't know you, are you an Elder Scrolls player, or is this the first time you've seen the game? Because if you are an Elder Scrolls player, then I need to know if you're on Xbox, and then I'd say you need to come join our guild because you'd have fun with us. But I don't know if any of those conditions are true. So there you have it. I'm going to travel back to my home before I say goodnight. This is my main home. All the comforts of home. Never played. Have you ever played any of the Elder Scrolls games, like Skyrim or what were the other ones we had? Morrowind, Skyrim. I know I'm skipping one there. It had a V in it, I think. I'm not as good at the Elder Scrolls lore as some people. Tangelina in our guild and Risky Porpoise in our guild know the backstory of all of the races and all of the conflicts so much better than I do. I kind of skim over the surface and just do things. I had an absolute blast with y'all tonight. It's still a little weird and a little awkward to be the only one talking, and I'm so grateful for all. Yeah, Oblivion, that was the one. Um, I'm so grateful to have the text chats going through so that I have uh, connections to you guys and can respond. One last question. Did anybody else get a crown crate drop while they were in the chat tonight? At some point I got one, and so Sasquatch played some Skyrim. At one point I got one, and I don't know if it was given to everybody who was in the chat or if it was because I was the broadcaster and I had done something. I don't know. But I'm curious about that. So, time to look through inventory. I'll give you folks a sec to respond to that question. Reward boxes, boon boxes, lots of Telvar stones. All good things. Get rid of that. I already have a writ active, so I can't read that. Do I have any new treasure chests? Nope. Hope nobody needs this mammoth bone, because I'm destroying it, because I've seen way too many of those. Not that I noticed. I wonder if it's something I got as the broadcaster. So I'll have to... Ooh, you know what? I'm going to open that crown crate in front of God and everybody. So, crown crates. It's one of the cheesy ones, but I'll take it. Open.
Sweet riddle thought and
All right.
bonus reward.
And a bonus card. I don't know about you, Duck and or Psycho, if you're still listening. I'm a one card at a time kind of person. So that's going to be turned into crown gems. That's going to be turned into crown gems. That's going to be turned into crown gems. That's going to be... Oh, here we go. Last one.
You will need
Yeah.
to purchase a crate from the
So
store.
we'll just be
Marvelous rewards.
extracting from these. But hey, I got a few crown gems out of it. So what do I care? It was free.
Until
Fun.
next time.
Alrighty. All or nothing. Bliss said you got shitty... Bliss said you got shitty potions before you opened that. Sasquatch, it was... Oh, just claimed it. So you got a notification on Twitch that you got it as well. Sweet! People get drops from watching my stream? Now I've got leverage. That is so cool. That is so cool. We can make fun of all the people who didn't come. I love you guys, and this is Auburn Wonder and Winston the Wonder Beagle signing off after another exciting night of Elder Scrolls Online. I might do a pop-up thing this weekend, but we'll definitely be streaming again Monday night, 8 o'clock Central. So if you haven't followed me yet, please do. I love getting more followers. I'd love to get to Twitch affiliate soon. And you all have a great night. Thanks so much.